Like the shambling corpse of a zombie from The Walking Dead, so does our show just keep going on. Cue the music! So, this time we're gonna break from the
mold,
the regular tradition we've been setting for ourselves, and we're gonna do a couple new number ones this week.
Yeah, I think it's about time we took a look at some number ones.
New books.
New
And
books for days.
One from Marvel, one from DC. I thought they were both from Marvel for whatever reason.
Yep.
So, I read Inhuman #1 by Charles Soule, Joe Madureira, and Smarte.
What you mean by Matt Fraction? Oh, wait.
And it was pretty damned awesome. Like, a really good book. If you ever read any of those Inhumanity lead-in books, just forget them. They were garbage.
They didn't. You mean all 2 of them?
No, there was like 50 of them.
What?
All the tie-ins and everything else.
The banner books don't count.
There was more than that. There was a lot of tie-ins.
There was the Karnak. There was the Medusa one.
Yeah, those were the prequel books.
Inhumanity or whatever.
Yeah. Anyways, forget all the tie-ins and all that stuff. It was just not good. Like, not good. Actually, the first one was the Karnak one. That was the best one.
And that's
but
why
anyways,
stopped.
Forget the rest. Like, they were just
forget
not
everything
good.
except that one.
This book is fantastic. Charles Soule been killing it on She-Hulk and like a dozen other books, it seems.
At both companies.
He's just really knocking it out of the park on this one. I got Medusa in here, so she's going to play a big part, which is great. Looking for Black Bolt still. We got some new Inhumans popping up everywhere with these weird-looking cocoons by Joe Madureira, which they really look kind of gross.
Joey mad.
And got this guy, kind of looks like Beast, old X-Men Beast. Well, no, kind of cross between old X-Men Beast and Ape Beast. But he's an Inhuman, and he's testing them all. I guess there's this other Inhuman kingdom. It's like a hidden kingdom.
Yep. It's where Thanos' kid was.
And, anyways, he doesn't like that the whole world was exposed to this mist. So he's going around and, like, testing these Inhumans to see if they're strong enough. Otherwise, he just kills them.
Oh.
So.
Good job, it's not an overreaction.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So we get a couple new ones in here. Not bad. Looks like one is probably going to be a main character named Dante. Artwork is gorgeous. I don't know why Joey didn't come back to comics a long time ago.
I think he was still living down the shame of being on that Ultimates 3 run.
Well, and his, video game artwork, right? Yeah. Remember that?
Oh.
He was there for, video game money's cool and all, I guess, so, and more profitable.
Yeah.
But, great book. Definitely give it like a 5 out of 5. I was quite pleasantly surprised. I was actually going to probably drop this. Now I will definitely keep this.
Cool.
So, great book. Check it out. And now for another new number one.
Number one.
From the distinguished competition.
DC dropped on us Aquaman and the Others, the once long rumored new Aquaman book. Finally sees the light of day from Dan Jurgens here. Biggest Dan Jurgens fan is
He's
Geoff.
hit and miss. He's
True.
not like Charles Soule, who's been like batting 1,000 lately.
He's a step above Jeff Loeb.
Jurgens?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Wow, bold statement.
It's a tough call.
Well, I love the Others, the characters that were introduced early on in the Aquaman relaunch in the New 52. A very cool collection of characters, very distinct personalities, and some cool power sets on them. I think my favorite one that's still kicking around is Prisoner of War.
Mm-hmm.
Guy's like haunted by all the ghosts of soldiers, and just
Yeah.
a cool power he has. He can draw on their experience and their skills in that in combat, which is kind of cool. And this issue is really a heavy hand setup for everything. There's a lot of retracing of what we kind of already know about the Atlantis relics that the Others do possess, including Aquaman's trident. So it's a lot of quick shots about each of the members of the group, their relics that they have, and kind of what they do. So if you've been reading Aquaman and the others and familiar with the characters, a lot of it is kind of a retread. But I mean, it clearly is meant to pull people. So, but the people that would be picking this up would have already read them, I think. So it's a tricky balance. Yeah. But there's something going on with the relics. They're diminishing in their power, so it kind of leaves a few of them high and dry in some situations. And it's basically kicking off this mystery about what's going on with the relics. There seems to be some other force out there acting to try and gather the relics. Don't know if it's an Atlantis force or some other behind-the-scenes bad guy. But I guess the human face of the bad guy, they drop his name as being Anton, and I'm like, it's not Anton Arcane, is it? Because
oh no, is it?
I don't know. The guy looks rather young and not dead to be Anton Arcane.
But it's the new 52, so
he's been in Swamp Thing for like the last 3 years. Yeah, he was like the main antagonist in Swamp Thing.
All right.
For the first arc in that. But the guy's like blonde and young looking and looks to be alive, so I don't think it's Arcane, which I think would be cool, because I mean we've got Aquaman playing.
It'd be kind of neat.
We've got Aquaman playing a role in that crossover coming up.
Yeah.
With Swamp Thing, so I don't know. Maybe it's a new version of Arcane returned by whatever power is looking to get these relics.
Yeah.
Again, the driving forces behind the story is the relics are screwing around, and I guess this new bad guy is trying to collect them for nefarious means. And we have kind of a kickoff or a tease of Future's End as well.
Okay.
That series is starting up, later in the year, September time? After...
No.
Is it earlier?
It's earlier than that, I think.
I thought it was leading it after that 5-year later jump.
I don't know.
Well, later in the year, we have Future's End, and we get kind of a prophetic tease about some of the future versions of our heroes that's going to be playing out in Future's End. Very, very heavy-handed tease with the Omacs.
Yes, I see
Very
that.
Brother Eye, OMAC-like, which, alright, they've done it before. Maybe they thought they would have taken an opportunity to try something different. Nope, we'll just do OMACs again. Nothing but OMACs. Everyone loves OMACs, except when they canceled the series because nobody likes the OMAC. But anyway, could be interesting. Again, this is, I guess, the first reference or first mention we're getting of the story that's coming up in Future's End, and then the 5-year later jump in September. We'll see. The art on the book, really nice. Lan Medina does the art on it.
Yeah, he's been getting better, I think.
Yeah, very, very smooth. Very, very polished. The color, each one of the characters definitely gets their own color treatment in the book, so you can kind of tell, this is Prisoner of War's part, this is Uwala's part. And very, very nicely done. Their base is like this huge mobile flying C7 jet.
Yeah,
they call it
the annual too.
They call it the living room, which is hilarious.
It's pretty awesome.
I mean, I don't want to say that Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. kind of uses this model, but the similarities could easily be drawn.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
They do this thing that kind of bugs me in books when they're in an environment, then there's one panel with them in the same environment, yet everything drops out and it's just a white background.
So what?
It just bugs me. I don't care for it. Why not just draw the damn background?
Because you're supposed to focus on the characters, not the background.
Yeah, but I'm focused on the characters in the shot on the same page with them talking. I'm not looking at
that clarifies like a point they're trying to make in that panel more so than this panel. That's probably
I don't see that. I'm just as interested and drawn into the conversation the character's having with the background as opposed to the null space background.
I don't know.
I've noticed it in a few books last little
it's happened for years and years.
Yeah.
So.
I just don't understand it. It's just it's like, did they just not bother drawing the background from that shot?
Huh?
And if it's done in a context with the story or on an entire page, but if it's one panel for no reason, it's rather jarring.
That's fine.
And so, some of the art looks a little unfinished. Like Aquaman just degrades in quality as this page goes through. Like seriously, look. Good. And that with like 1080p, 720, 480i, and like 8-bit here.
Yeah.
So the art does have its ups and downs, but overall the quality is nice. And as I said, I do like the different color palette and tone for each of the scenes that play out.
Yeah.
So overall, pretty happy with the book. Don't know if it's going to be added onto my bag. I'm going to give it a solid 4. on my completely...
So you said it's good for new readers?
It's definitely good for new readers.
All right.
If you're an Aquaman fan, and you're looking for a pretty decent looking team book to pick up, go with this. If you're a long-time reader, you kind of know you're going to be getting a rehash of where everyone is, the status quo in the book for issue 1. But as far as that goes, it's presented in an entertaining manner.
Yeah.
Quality of the book is good overall, some hit and miss art pieces. And a nice setup for where we've got, and a 5-part story arc, which is nice to see right off the hop.
Cool.
So.
Well, like you mentioned, reader-friendly. I should say this is reader-friendly as well for Inhuman. There's a big recap in the beginning, so you don't
What's
ever
your
had to
opinion
have
on
read...
recap pages?
We talked about this before.
Did we?
Yes, we did. Many
I don't
times.
remember.
Actually.
I don't listen to the show.
Yeah, we had like a big conversation on it, actually.
I don't listen to the show. I don't remember.
Yeah,
I like
good.
them.
So this one, it had a big recap. You don't have to know anything about the Inhumans to know this book. So that was the good thing about it as well. So 4 out of 5 for you, 5 out of 5 for me. It's a pretty good week.
Arbitrary rating system.
Actually good.
Yeah,
pretty good. Trade review. Last week I picked up Rat Queens Volume 1, Sass and Sorcery.
Sass and Sorcery.
That's right. Written by Curtis J. Weeb and drawn by Rock Upchurch.
Why are you holding a flashlight?
Why not?
Alright. Well, if you're gonna.
It's pretty neat. This book is fantastic. It looks like you're kind of, what do you call it? Fantasy-based series. And it is, but it's filled with profanity, violence, drinking, drug use. It's wonderful.
All the things that make life worth living.
It is written so brilliantly. Like, it's just fantastic.
The art looks really nice.
Artwork is
gorgeous style.
Deirdre, or is it Deidre, whatever. They call her D. She's a dwarf, but she shaved her beard off, which is funny.
Red-headed dwarf chicks.
That's right. There's a few other races in here, orcs and elves and all your standard whatevers. It's just so damn good. They're a group of adventurers who have basically stopped adventuring. Once in a while they go out and they do something.
Like my D&D group.
But basically they just sit around and drink and destroy the town. And the mayor and everyone is getting kind of sick of it, so they send them all out to take care of some tasks that need doing, including some other groups called Peaches, the Four Daves, the Brother Ponies, and
the
Obsidian...
Four Daves?
Obsidian Darkness.
That's so awesome!
Yeah, I know. So...
we're part of the group called Four Daves. This is Jim.
So the Rat Queens get tasked with cleaning out the goblins out of this cave. Peaches have to clear out the bandit camp. The Four Daves have to deal with the restless dead in the cemetery. The Brother Ponies have to slay the one-armed ogre, and the Obsidian Darkness have to clean the shitters at the Winding Pass Barracks.
How about the goth kids get the worst job?
Oh, this book, it is so funny. It is
Yoink.
fantastic. It is definitely worth your $10 to pick up.
I just saw that.
And, oh my god, for 6 issues, or 5 issues, 6 issues...
God damn it,
just
Image.
a fantastic book. Like,
Stop giving me so much quality for my dollar.
Yeah, exactly. It is so funny. It's a beautifully drawn book. I mean, it's got everything: action, humor, drama. It's got every.
It's like the worst
thing you
D&D
could want
session
in
that
it.
turned out to be awesome.
Yeah, like it's a fantastic. I can't praise this book enough. It gets a 5 out of 5 as well.
I've conjured a little fuck you.
Yeah. So it's pretty sweet. You can't go wrong, especially for $10 on an introductory trade. And I'm sure the normal ones will be around 12 or 13, which is also fine. Pick it up. Rat Queens Volume 1, Sass and Sorcery. Definitely, definitely worth your money. So, do we have a brow raiser for this
Sorry, I'm
week?
just reading this book right now. We do have a brow raiser. Big kind of managed to keep secret as well, so well done. The final page reveal from Superior Spider-Man number 30. We all knew that Superior Spider-Man was coming to an end, and we were getting Amazing back. Doc Ock basically throws himself on the sword, wipes out everything that he is to let Peter take back over with all of his memories, and Parker's back in the classic costume as the final splash page of Superior Spider-Man 30. No pre-release rumors or spoilers about this, so Slott managed to keep this under wraps, and no one let it out of the bag. So it was a fantastic issue, and
That's
from a
cool.
week full of really good moments in that, in a bunch of different books, like Hercules showing up in Aquaman, which
That was awesome. Yeah.
This took it. Like, it's been 3 years nearly since we've seen that
It's
costume.
only been about 2, I thought.
Well, 30 issues.
Yeah, but they do
Okay,
multiple
2 years
titles
maybe,
a
yeah.
month, right?
Oh,
It's almost a bi-weekly book.
It was like, was it 12 or 2012 for Superiors?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, okay, so nearly it's over 2 years. Like, still a long time to keep Parker out and in like this style, and it was just really cool to see
That's cool.
see him back in the suit. So the final issue is going to be the throwdown with the Goblin.
Yeah.
Kind of maybe a misdirect about who's in the costume.
They're kind of teasing that too.
I still say, from how the character has been drawn, that there is a female inside the costume.
Think so?
Like, they have really long eyelashes on the character on the mask.
Osborn's long lost daughter.
Possibly. I mean, I know they showed off the scar on the chest, but, you know, that could easily be faked. But it just, the character of Osborn is, like, well, the Goblin here has been drawn very lanky, very, like, demure, very kind of theatrical-like.
Yeah.
And, like, it just doesn't seem like Norman in there.
That's cool.
So, I mean, I don't know if it's going to be Liz, like Harry's ex-wife and little Normie's mom. They teased that she had a goblin mask on her, but I don't know. I mean, having it be Norman might be too obvious.
Yeah.
But I still say that whoever is under that mask is a female. So, called it first. If I'm right, we're awesome. If I'm wrong, edit this part out.
Alright, I'm going to leave it in.
I can't believe the Green Goblin was actually... Insert name here, Geoff.
That's funny.
Post-record me saying every possible name in the Marvel Universe.
Well, that's cool. Spidey Brow Razor this week. Spidey Brow Razor.
And just, like, that costume is still so cool. No matter what they do, change, tweak, it's such a cool costume.
Next week, another Brow Razor. And I'll be looking at Hinterkind Volume 1, The Waking World, for the trade review.
Awesome.
So it's that time, once a month, that we always get.
You've got a visitor? What?
It's time for the PPP.
Oh.
The new PPP. Pendulum Previews Picks.
Always gotta have a triple P.
That's right. So, there wasn't a lot that really caught my eye. So we got the complete ElfQuest Volume 1. Reviewed ElfQuest last week. Gary loves ElfQuest. So it's 720 pages. Yeah, 720 pages for $25. That's a pretty good deal.
That is a pretty good deal.
Superman number 32 is the beginning of Geoff Johns and John Romita Jr.'s run. It caught my eye. I most likely will not buy it, though. So...
It caught my eye, but no.
Yeah.
But it's, as it states clearly, a new era begins, as opposed to all the other new eras that we've had for Superman since the New 52 launched.
Well, that's right. That's right. So...
Turtles
Every 6
Monopoly.
issues, they can have a new beginning. There you go.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Why even bother anymore?
I hope it's okay. But
Not nuts about the art.
I'll try it in the first trade, but I won't be buying it monthly. I just can't commit to Superman. Sorry.
I'm not nuts about the art, honestly. I mean, I got my issues with Romita going back
Everyone
a
has
while.
their issues with Romita.
So,
Brightest Day Omnibus. 696 pages for $75. Not bad. I've never read it, so it kind of intrigues me. It's supposed to be alright.
But it doesn't actually matter anymore.
Yeah, it doesn't matter anymore. And
maybe it does, we don't know. DC
I believe they sort of left it on a cliffhanger, if I recall.
Oh, yes.
So that kind of makes it less of a likely purchase. Outcast number 1. It's the new Kirkman horror book. That looks pretty good. Kirkman does solid stuff, as evidenced by everything he does. So that should be pretty cool. The Wicked and the Divine number 1 by Kieran Gillen and Jamie McKelvey from Image. It's about gods who come down and become human every 90 years or so for however long it is. Looks awesome.
Like a very bad deal.
They've done a lot of good work over the years, so kind of looking forward to it. But I don't know, that's probably a trade wait for me as well. Seconds, the new Brian Lee O'Malley graphic novel coming out.
I know that guy.
That should be pretty cool. Scott Pilgrim, pretty awesome.
Yes,
so, new one should also be pretty awesome. Hopefully. It is his first follow-up to that series, his first original work that's not Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah.
So he's got a lot to live up to. Vampirella #1 from Nancy A. Collins. New reboot. Looks awesome. And top-tier horror writer on it, so should be okay. The Oz Omnibus from Marvel Comics. Collects every Oz series from Eric Shanauer and Scotty Young. Beautiful, beautiful books. Scotty Young does great work, so that looks
He's
pretty
so
cool.
good. I love that guy.
It's like 1,200 pages for $125. I'm probably gonna get that.
Mhm.
There's some Marvel Cosmic trades because they're pumping those out for the new movie,
For
Guardians
this
of the
movie.
Galaxy. Yeah, and actually, I was gonna mention them as well. Two new Kotobukiya offerings: Starfire for the Bishuju line. Looks all right. But the other one I'm kind of more interested in is Groot and Rocket Raccoon bust.
Mhm.
Looks pretty awesome.
It really does.
Rocket Raccoon's just kind of sitting near his head and everything. It looks pretty sweet. I want a full-size Groot, though. Life-size.
Not gonna.
Life-size
That's called
Groot.
a tree, Jeff. That's called a tree.
That's true.
Go
I
put
want
one in
it
your
in my
back-
house.
Go put it in your backyard. You'll be set.
No.
This is what I really want.
No.
One of these Iron Man figures from 3A.
Huh.
They're about
Yeah.
$200.
They're not bad looking.
Yeah, they've got a Silver Centurion, a bunch of different art designs and styles. So never gonna afford one or buy one, but you know.
And that's it for this one. It was not the greatest of offerings this coming, 2 months from now.
Yeah.
Alright, so, video games. Was there anything you played and or read about
Oh,
video
sorry.
game wise?
No, I finished off South Park. Good little fun game. Finished that off. The final battle was kind of funny. Definitely worth checking out. I'm not quite sure end game content. I'm probably going back and just backtracking through, getting on my last little collectibles. There are some really hard achievements in this game. One of the achievements is never selling anything.
Really?
Yeah.
And what does that get you?
Just gets you an achievement
Oh.
and gamer score. If you want to finish the game off perfectly, you have to not sell anything.
Oh, I
I'll probably restart up the game and pick one of the other classes, like the thief or the mage or the Jew, and just go through the game and
see. Mm-hmm.
just see it from that perspective, see how it works. And I mean, I don't know where everything is nowadays when I play through, so I might have an advantage. So that'll be okay. With April Fools passing us by, there was a couple of good April Fools gags that popped up online. My actual favorite one was in Titanfall. It was going to be an Optimus Prime download.
That's kind of cool.
And so
it would have been.
It would have been. It would have been. I'm looking at it and like, shit, I kind of want to buy a X-Bone now because this would be awesome.
Yeah.
He doesn't have Cullen's voice, so that should have been a tip-off. There was no Hasbro Transformers logos anywhere, but it had when he called the Titan down, it was like Prime would come down from the sky and land, pick the guy up and put him in his chest, and when the cab would close, it would actually be the cab look out, so you'd have the square thing instead of the round oval shape that the Titans are. And it had this line like, "One shall stand and one shall Titan fall." Like, okay, that's kind of cool. And then it was an April Fool's joke. I'm like, oh,
Yeah. How dare they?
ooh. Well, there's another one, another April Fool's gag for the Muppets going CG for the next
Yeah,
movie.
I saw that.
I looked at it, honest to God, I believed it.
So did I actually.
thought,
yeah.
What? There's
But
no
then they
reason
said-
for them not to do
Then
it.
they said Star Wars and Marvel crossovers and stuff. And I'm like, nah.
The CG thing for Muppets, totally believable that they would do that.
Yeah.
I have no doubt in my mind that they would eventually do it if they thought it would be cheaper or better, or
Oh yeah.
they
yeah,
could
yeah.
make them quicker.
I don't know. Full CG to puppets. I don't know. I think CG is a little more expensive.
You got the production.
The puppets are already made. Like
They don't use the same ones every take. You know that, right? They're not just one Kermit puppet.
Yes, I know. But they're all basically made.
Yeah, and they have to keep fixing them, remaking them if they don't work right in the scene.
Barely.
You have to figure out a way to film each scene without having, the guy with his hand in the puppet showing.
Yeah.
Plus, modern audiences, there's always that conceit where, like, dude, it's a puppet, we get it. But with the CG thing, you can actually have them more interactive with
Yeah,
the environment.
You can see their feet.
Yeah. And so, I mean, for a modern audience, which I think is probably why this latest Muppets movie didn't make huge bank like the first one did.
Actually, it was up against stiff
It
competition.
was. Let's be honest.
They put it up in the wrong weekend. That's what
Yeah.
happened.
If it was earlier in the summer or a little later on this year, I think it would have been better.
Yeah, or earlier, like in February, perhaps.
Yeah.
Like early February. There was nothing in January and early February.
January would have been a good, solid release date for that. But, c'est la vie. I'm just hoping they don't decide to rejig the entire thing and screw up what they've done.
Yeah.
So, not a whole lot of video game stuff.
No.
Still plugging away, having some fun with GTA. Got back into that a little.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Can't stop playing that game.
Yeah.
It's like, what am I gonna do today?
I was
try
playing
running
it the other
GTA.
day, and I just got bored.
Well, they put new masks in with some of the updates, which I didn't play when they first came out.
Mm.
There's like Doctor Doom style masks, so I got
Oh,
my
yeah?
guy decked out in a Doctor Doom themed outfit with a green hoodie and the mask and everything.
That's kind of cool.
So it's kind of fun. I'm like, yeah,
Huh.
bow down to the rule of Latveria, bitches.
Wow. So did you watch the Walking Dead season finale?
Sure, let's get right into that.
Sure.
Finale wasn't that episode, right? It was next week's episode, because didn't feel like a goddamn finale.
Sure it did.
No,
it was a cliffhanger. That's what they do every year. It's always a cliffhanger.
No, you're wrong.
No?
Season 3's finale wasn't a cliffhanger.
What was it?
Remember they unloaded everybody into the prison?
Cliffhanger.
Cliffhanger for prison day-to-day life.
Could have been filled with zombies.
Season 2, not a cliffhanger.
What
They're
was
in the
it?
woods. Pan up shot.
So that's a cliffhanger.
They
There's been
spent half
zombies in the woods.
Season 1, not a cliffhanger. They're just driving away from the CDC.
That's a cliffhanger. Where are they going? Cliffhanger.
I don't think you know how cliffhangers work.
Oh, I know.
Star Trek Season 3 under 4 with Picard as Locutus. Cliffhanger. Those other ones I just mentioned in Walking Dead, not cliffhangers, except this year. And it was total crap. They're screwing with the wrong people. End. Seriously, I gotta wait till October now?
Yes, you do.
I'm
Just
not...
like everyone else.
The episode itself was a quality episode.
Yeah, it was pretty decent.
Like, okay, now, for people who have read The Walking Dead, there is some pretty off-color shit in there, considering it's a black and white comic. Haha, see what I did there? Child rape is not something I expected them to do on the AMC show.
But they didn't actually go through it. It was just attempted child rape.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Like, you could hear the belt buckle.
Yeah, of course.
I did not expect them to go that far. And
They do that on network TV, so I don't know why you think that's so bad.
they mention it on network TV. They don't show
SVU?
they don't show the precursor to the event.
Yes, they do. You don't watch very much network TV, do you?
I'm pretty sure they wouldn't get that in that situation. It wasn't. It was a little like what's going on, and Rick's reaction was kind of awesome.
Yeah.
The second group that Daryl was with. Oh yeah, by the way, there are gonna be spoilers in this.
Who cares? Everyone's seen it.
Daryl's group, they didn't seem like bad guys until they just ran into Rick's group and then turned on a dime
Because
into
they killed
assholes.
they killed their friend in the bathroom. Remember, his friend got choked out or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they didn't give him a chance to explain if he needed to do it. They don't seem
No.
to be above killing their own people, so why was Rick's...
It's because they break the rules. Rick's not part of the group, so he broke all the rules.
It's a little bullshit. And, he didn't even get a chance to defend himself and then calls Daryl a liar and they're gonna beat Daryl to death?
Because
what?
Daryl offered up.
But, I mean, couldn't he have just claimed those ones as his and then left them alone?
That's what I was actually
claim 'em.
expecting. I thought he was going to say claim.
Yeah, done.
Yeah.
Problem solved. Go fuck
Hey, those
yourself.
three? Claim. Yeah, that's
This truck claimed.
Yeah,
Like-
I thought he was actually going
Yeah.
to do that when he walked up.
I thought he would have been smart enough to at least try it.
Yeah.
But, and then, come on, one little, bitch smack to Michonne and she's down for the count.
Well,
Come on!
Hmm.
Michonne is way stronger and a better character than be taken out by some hillbilly with a slap. Jesus.
yeah. Yeah.
But, I thought, okay, we're getting the flashbacks, those were kind of cool, seeing...
Yeah, that was alright.
Seeing,
I didn't mind
seeing
that.
Herschel saying, okay...
Teaching the farming.
Yeah, Carl is going to be a monster. You need to fix this.
Yeah.
this is how you do it. Like, this is Papa Bear telling, I guess, little Papa Bear, about how to not have your psycho son ruining everything.
Mm-hmm.
And then, look what Rick ended up having to do.
Yeah.
So, nom nom.
Yeah, it was decent.
Yeah, it felt like the penultimate episode. It felt like episode 9 of Game of Thrones, where we have an episode 10 now to come. This felt like there needs to be one more episode of this season for them busting out of the train car, and, you know, if it was ending with them squaring off against the guys at Terminus, but just them in a train car, like, conveniently...
It's going to be the big battle next year. So there. Cliffhanger.
Just not... No.
You're just a baby like everyone else, crying that there's a cliffhanger and they have to wait for it.
I love cliffhangers. I love well-crafted cliffhangers.
That was well-crafted.
No, it felt like the commercial break before the cliffhanger is set up.
So you want a Lord of the Rings 18 endings type of deal?
No, I like I said, I am fine with cliffhangers. I love them when they're done well. There's been shows with great cliffhangers. This wasn't one of them.
It was decent. I didn't mind it whatsoever. I had no problems with it.
Well,
no problems.
That's great. Good. Awesome. I kind of like, they didn't blatantly come out and say, hey, we're cannibals, but that one little quick shot of, like, the bone pit, I'm like, alright, awesome. And I was talking to my girlfriend during the episode, I'm like, they haven't really touched on the cannibalism that much in this. Yeah. Oh, here we go.
I know, I knew that, like, right off. They're cannibals.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're cannibals.
And they're, like, slapping the plate of food out of Carl's head. No!
Yeah.
Where'd you get the watch? Dead guy. Where'd you get the riot gear? Dead guy. Where'd you get the poncho? Dead guy. These are legitimate answers in this world. I mean, he might not have actually been lying.
Yeah.
Unless the watch had actually said, like, Herschel on it.
Yeah.
I mean, there is a slight chance that there are other the poncho, nah. But the riot gear and the watch,
Mm-hmm.
You know, there are a lot of dead people in this world.
Yeah. So, season overview. What'd you think? On a whole basis?
Weakest since The Farm.
Really? You think so?
Yeah, season 1 is still the best.
I thought last year was pretty weak.
Like, 4 as a whole, or first
4
half
as a
of
whole.
4?
No, as a whole.
Once I said 4 is a little weak. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought last year was weaker than this
year. No, I liked it, because the first front half of 4 was better.
What?
Yeah.
The front half of 4 was the worst. So boring.
A lot of
it sped up when the governor.
Exactly. The governor, like the last 4 episodes of that with the governor really pulled that season back. Pig farming and the flu and the runs here and the runs there. Let's go get some supplies.
Yeah.
Little weak. Season 1 is still the best. Season 3 is a close second. With the whole Woodbury cross. I'm gonna put season 4 better than The Farm, because at least we went places.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just people dicking around for what felt like 20 episodes and being idiot.
I don't know. I hated the whole first half of 4 or whatever, well, quarter of 4 with the whole flu stuff. That was just so boring. And
it was an interesting concept and idea, because
for one episode.
This crap is going to happen. Like, you've got all these bodies kicking around. Diseases are going to kick up. How do you handle this when, if you die from any disease you can't cure, boom, everyone's going to come back? And I still don't understand the rules in this universe. I really don't.
Why? Oh, how do you come back?
Yeah.
From what sort of death?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't understand. There should be, like, a lot more zombies than there are.
Maybe.
I just don't get it.
Maybe.
There have been bodies that they've shown in the show that clearly don't have any head trauma, but aren't zombies.
Yeah.
But I think zombie makeup of probably season 4 goes to Roadkill Zombie. That was awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
Like, that dude, that's probably one of the best ones they've done since Bicycle Girl. It was just so cool. Like, that thing was messed up.
Yeah. And I also didn't care for the first half, well, I guess the third quarter of the season, all the single episodes, like, oh, this is the Daryl episode.
You didn't love the Daryl and Beth episode? The creepiness factor of that episode?
What creepiness?
Okay, straight face that. Tell me there wasn't any creepiness.
Because she wanted to have a drink?
hey, let's burn down this perfectly legitimate living quarter for no reason.
And why not? They were having drinks, having a good time, whatever. You know.
And that episode proved how far they had screwed Daryl into the ground from his character point. Like, because we haven't explained what Daryl was before the fall too long now, we can't possibly come up with anything to live up to expectations. So he was basically just doing this. Yeah. Like, oh.
Well,
yay.
He was in prison. We know that.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was. They said that.
No.
Yeah.
But she asked if he ever been to jail, and he took a drink, because he'd never been in jail.
I don't remember that.
I think that's how it worked. But him and Merle were basically just living the same life that they are now. So, like...
Alright, whatever.
I just, the relationship hinting between Beth and Daryl, I was like, oh, this is no... The best episode of the season is still with the two kids, though.
That was a pretty powerful episode.
Yeah, echoing some of the...
Even though I don't like what's-her-face, Carol.
What, Trogdor? You don't like Trogdor?
Trogdor?
Burninating!
Well, yeah, I know that.
She burns people, so I call her Trogdor now.
Oh!
There you go.
Because she burns people.
But yeah, that was a great episode, like, harkening back to some of the cooler bits from the comic with the two twin boys.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, she's gonna come back, she's fine. And I want to know why Baby Judith is the best actor on that show in some episodes. Like, when Beth was holding Judith, like, we need the baby to pretend she's sleeping. That is a sleeping baby. Like, that thing had no will to hold on to anything. It was just a sleeping baby.
Yeah.
It was so good. Like, he's out. Best actor on the show.
Okay.
And just like the previous time with the two girls episodes, those two little girls were the best actors on that show. That Chandler Riggs kid should be embarrassed.
Yeah.
And that kid can't defend himself.
No, he can't.
He really can't. Like, Rick has done a poor job teaching his kid to defend himself.
He's alright. He knows how to shoot a gun pretty well.
Yeah, except, you know, when someone comes within, like, 5 feet of him and he's frightened.
Well, because he's frightened. Hello.
He was in the truck, right?
Yeah.
Guy's on the window. He squealed, piggy. Bang! Not raping me now, boy. Like, why does he not always have his gun on him ready to go?
Yeah.
That kid is useless.
As a whole, I liked this season, but
the first half of the season was good. The second half was just a bore fest, except for a couple of points.
They could have trimmed out some of
the
them episodes, because they were just too slow and too boring,
Nothing happened.
Nothing whatsoever happens at all.
I would love to have spent more time with the army guys.
Next year looks to be great, though.
How?
Hopefully.
How do you know?
Cliffhanger!
You're judging the quality of the next season based upon the season finale cliffhanger.
Cannibals, city we haven't seen in the comic book, so they're diverging off, which is cool. Looks good. I can't wait.
We'll see how it goes. Cautiously optimistic.
Alright, so you got some other stuffs?
I got some stuffs.
What do you got here?
That
Riddler guy?
I actually didn't write it down, but sure, we'll talk about the new Riddler casting. Gotham seems to be casting every single Batman villain and just keeping them on standby, even though Riddler was going to be in the pilot, so that's Riddler, Penguin.
Yeah, they can't...
Like, we got Catwoman, young Bruce, like, this is turning into a Batman show.
The thing is, yes, they've got it going to series, but if it bombs... Like, usually when they commit to a series, it's going to be, like, between 8 and 12 to start.
They haven't ordered any...
And then, if it does well, then they
commitment.
go full season.
Yeah. Like,
but even then, why cast everybody there is when you don't even know if you're going to last?
Like, have we even seen an episode commitment for this series? Like, I've never read, it's going to be...
I don't know. I don't even think they've done the pilot.
Right? They're filming the pilot in New York, which is cool. At least it's going to have a cool vibe to it.
I think they'll probably go through with it just because it's Batman, and they'll probably get viewers.
They'll push the shit out of the Batman angle to get the viewers. Yeah. And then you're going to have people like, where's Batman?
But it's just going to be Smallville with Batman.
Yeah.
That's all it's going to be.
In the background. And I don't understand how...
I hope it's better.
Yeah. I love in the one poster for it with Jim Gordon. There's like a fucking bat signal in the sky. Like...
Is it really?
Not a Batman show, sorry, there's a spotlight beaming into the sky. Like, so Gotham City just had this for what reason?
Why not?
The Catwoman
highlight criminals.
Yeah,
or helicopters. Helicopters.
The Catwoman poster was actually kind of cute. Like, the way they framed the shot with the girl's head between two buildings with, like, little cat ears.
Yeah.
That was kind of cute. That was like, alright, I see what you did. Good job.
Yeah.
We also have our new Doctor Doom cast.
I saw that.
The great, wonderful thespian whom I don't know.
Well, of course not.
Nobody in this movie knows... Like, nobody knows anyone in this movie.
That's what they're going for.
Kate Mara is the most biggest name in this movie because of her sister, pretty much, and her work on House of Cards.
Yeah. Well, that's what they want, though. You can sign them for multi-picture deals on the cheap.
Yeah, but you do kind of need somebody that audiences know.
Not really. This will either make them or break them.
Or, yeah, it will.
Yeah.
And, biggest thing as well, handsome young actor equals barely any time in the mask.
That's right.
'Cause, screw it.
It's origin movie. At the very end, cliffhanger, Doctor Doom in the mask.
The mask just coming over his head, face to black.
That's
Or it's
right.
the end credit tag.
Yeah.
Or like he's in a shipping container going back to Latveria. Oh wait, we did that already.
Yeah, I know.
It's a crap movie.
Really, you want to talk about Turtles? Oh,
We're gonna talk about something good first. Phantasm V.
I saw that.
Holy shit! Not only coming out, but it's like friggin' done.
I know.
Like, talk about under the radar.
Actually, just watched the first 4 less than a year ago.
Like, this is Robert Rodriguez style filmmaking. Hey, look, Phantasm movie. When's it coming out? About 2 weeks. Movie's done.
Yeah,
what?
I know.
Same guy.
Now, does it still have the same tall man?
Who apparently has
Wow.
remained the same age for the last 30 years. Like, there might actually be something otherworldly about this guy. He's, like...
He hasn't changed
He
at
hasn't.
all.
Like...
Well, except I think before, during the first one, I think it was actually partly a wig or something.
Oh, yeah, now it's his real hair.
Now it's actually, yes, his real hair. So
But...
that's cool. But I mean, if they can do it with Doug Bradley in the new Hellraiser, why can't they do it with this
Yeah.
guy? So
Like, I think a lot of movie audiences now don't know of Phantasm, and I think seek them out, find them, get them, box set them, whatever.
there is a box set.
It's
Yeah.
so good. I couldn't believe it. I'm just scrolling through, I'm like, Phantasm?
Yeah.
What? Phantasm 5? Ravager?
Yeah.
Click?
Yeah, it's pretty
Giant
cool.
sphere? Like, oh!
I like them movies. I avoided watching them for the longest time, but then once I did, I'm like, these are actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Some of them, once it got towards the end, though, they didn't really make sense anymore. But they were
It's like
still
with
okay.
every horror movie anthology series. They start out at a high point and like, oh, capitalize, and they just
Yeah,
dovetail
and they
into insanity.
fade away.
Yeah. That was the first Hellraiser, like you mentioned.
Yeah.
First Hellraiser movie is fantastic.
I know.
It's an awesome movie. Then it just like, alright, now there's a guy with CDs in his head and we're in space.
Except on the polar opposite side, movies that started out crappy and then remained crappy, even into this new Turtles trailer, all crap. It never gets better. It only gets-
How does the movie look better from friggin' 91 with guys in rubber suits than
That
this
was
new one?
garbage. It was
That is
garbage.
still a fantastic bloody film.
terrible movie.
You are insane.
Terrible.
Let's get your wife on
terrible,
this show
terrible
so her and I
movie.
can discuss why that movie's awesome.
Turtles
because you're
is
insane.
the worst ever. I'd
Tur-
rather watch Garbage Pail Kids again.
I don't want nightmares, so I won't watch that.
Turtles gives nightmares. Garbage Pail Kids, cute, cuddly, lovable. Makes you just
Are
wanna
you remembering
snuggle
this
up.
right?
Oh yes.
Okay, so we got our first Ninja Turtles trailer.
So what do you complain about? The beaks?
I don't know, beaks?
Someone said they were beaks. I watched it. I just thought it looked garbage.
Yes, garbage.
Yeah.
The thing is, nothing in this trailer makes me look forward to seeing the movie.
No.
Let's just completely rip off Amazing Spider-Man. If you're gonna rip off
With Shredder and all those scenes.
like, the
Yeah.
cell tower falling, like that's literally a same shot from Amazing Spider-Man from the other side.
Yeah.
So the turtles, for some reason, are like 8 feet tall. I don't know why.
Because they're mutants. Hello?
That's
Teenage mutants.
yeah. So they clearly need to be 8 feet tall. The design on them, you know, I don't mind the design. They have like very individualized look, like Michelangelo with the puka shell necklace, Leonardo with the NYC badge thing on his what do you call it, pin
Yeah.
over his side there, and you know the 7 seconds you actually get to see the turtles. You know, they look okay, they look fine. I Raph being flung into a Humvee was kind of cool, but they're way too friggin' big. And April O'Neil Megan Fox is April O'Neil. So bad.
It's not bad.
The Foot Clan now just
She's
basically...
probably the only good thing in the whole movie.
Yeah, sure. The Foot Clan basically Black Ops mercs now. Like, a white guy playing Shredder.
Yeah.
Nothing says a Rokosaki like a white guy, even though he's not a Rokosaki, but still.
Yeah.
And you do know that, as fans out there of the series know...
Gary.
Yes. Have probably already theorized this. There's a fairly damn good chance that Shredder is, Splinter is going to be April's dad.
That's dumb.
Yeah, it's going to be dumb. Because remember how, like, in the trailer they're talking about how me and your father were trying to create heroes, and we did, the Turtles, blah. So, hey, where's Splinter in this entire trailer? So, what great way to third act twist and to tie everything together, which we're going to talk about later in our Come On section. It's going to be...
Talk about it now if you're going to reference it right now.
It's called a tease, Geoff.
No, it's not. It's called dumb.
Well, you clearly made your point eloquently. It's called dumb. Shut up, idiot. Clearly in the third act, Splinter is going to be revealed to be April O'Neil's father, exposed to the same TCRI mutagen. I'm happy to see it's TCRI, though. That was interesting. Instead of TGRI.
Who's going to know that other than you? Come on.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles fans will know that.
Of the two of you and my wife?
Yeah, we're the only two Turtles fans in the entire world.
And Michael Bay.
He's not a fan of anything. Just loves money and...
Can you talk Transformers crossover?
Fucking kill myself.
There's friggin' like Bumblebee in there peeing on a turtle or something.
Way to spawn fanfic. Good job.
Oh.
What are we talking about? No one listens to this show.
Okay, there's enough
write
turtle
fanfic.
stock. I goddamn hate
Just
those turtles.
looks bad. 8 feet tall, nope. Interesting
terrible.
character designs. It's going to be a bad movie. It's going to have stupid BS connections to each other. So, since Geoff's so adamant about me not bothering to wait and do my little come on for the day.
Well, you can do come on. Do it right now.
Alright. Destiny in movies and movie characters having a special destiny is getting insane and ridiculous now.
Oh, as in Destiny, like Destiny.
It's a shorthand.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Screenwriters use it because they don't want to have to explain any character development.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hey, we have a character who is supposed to fulfill this role in the movie as our hero. How can we have them, start on that journey? Destiny.
True. Like Mark Wahlberg finding Optimus in the junkyard.
He was destined to find me.
Second Michael Bay reference.
The second one too many. But,
God.
There are characters that do have destinies part of their role. That is fine. Anakin Skywalker, kind of a little destiny character. Hercules would have a destiny, being the offspring of a god. These are the type of characters that are part of their character is their destiny.
Yeah.
You could argue Harry Potter, I guess, a little bit, maybe. I don't know.
Probably I thought he did have a destiny, though.
That was confused. I mean, there was very open interpretations of that destiny. But anyway, characters that don't have destiny. Spider-Man.
True, that was an accident.
Yes. In the new Spider-Man movie, nope, he's destined to be Spider-Man because of the experiments his dad did on him. No. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Undercuts the whole character. He's just a guy.
Yep.
He was picked on, this thing happened to him, and he's, trying in this whole world. Same with the Ninja Turtles. They weren't engineered. They weren't born to be heroes or created.
True story.
It was an accident. Someone threw out 4 turtles. I'm not counting Venus.
Who's Venus?
Venus de Milo from the TV show. The 5th turtle, the sister.
I didn't know there was 5 turtles.
There's not.
Oh.
Someone threw out 4 turtles. They ended up in the sewer, exposed to mutagen. And they're basically picking up a vendetta between Orokosaki and Splinter. They didn't ask for it. They're getting thrown into this world. They're dealing with it like everyday shit like everyone else. Admittedly, their stuff is a little crazier with technodomes, but whatever. Yeah. They're not destined to become,
superheroes.
a teenage mutant fighting team.
Yeah.
But, you know, they do it because that's the situation they're in. They're struggling against it. Like, but no, we need a shorthand. We need a quick way to do it. Boom. Destiny.
True. That is a true story.
Yeah.
Like,
One of my favorite guys.
Rick is destined to destroy
the Zombos. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, again, seriously, if this were a movie version of Walking Dead, Rick would be destined to save the world instead of just, like,
That's
you know,
right.
trying not to have his son murdered and raped, or in whatever order.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's shorthand, and it's complete BS. We've talked about this before on the show. Movie Bob did a great thing about this, how it's just quick shorthand using the hero's journey as a quick get-around for actually character development.
Yeah.
And it's getting ridiculous. He points out, like, movies that don't use that as a crutch, the Avengers.
Mm-hmm.
You know, little movie people may have heard of. He's like, people don't have destinies in that movie. He points out Black Widow and Hawkeye literally getting paid to be there.
Yeah.
So, boom, we have to actually, you know, work our characters and have them develop and interact. We can't just Destiny.
Yeah.
Destiny.
Yeah.
So, getting a little sick of this.
So we got a new Captain America costume, do we, Gary?
We do. Set pics leaking out from Age of Ultron.
Actually, I think it looks kind of cool. I
think it looks so much better. Like,
yeah.
It looks like a perfect combination between the subpar costume we got in Avengers, his Winter Soldier costume, and his World War II costume.
Yeah.
It takes all the best parts of those three and combines them. It's got a very heavy influence from the Marvel Now costume as well.
Yeah.
It looks fantastic.
I think it's a definite upgrade.
Yeah. He looked, let's be honest, in Captain America, costume was fantastic. In Avengers, costume was kind of garbage.
It was pretty garbage.
It was weak. It was the weakest
It
out of
looked so
anybody.
fake.
It did.
Like,
It looked like a
felt.
bad
It looked
cosplay.
like felt.
Yeah, and no design on the back or anything, and it looked like a bad costume. This one looks so much better. His Super Soldier costume from Winter Soldier looks fantastic. So I'm glad they kept going with those great improvements on his costumes. I think he needed it out of anybody.
Oh, for sure.
And still has the helmet with the wings, but it's definitely kind of a more of a World War II style helmet this time, as opposed to that weird face thing that they did in Avengers. So, again, I think they did a great design improvement. A couple little set pics and videos of probably Evans and the stunt double in the costume. It's going to be great to see a production shot when it actually comes out. So,
yeah.
I don't know why studios aren't doing this ahead of time. Like, when they start filming, give us some promo shot to the costume, because you're gonna have set pics leaked out. Zack Snyder did a great job with that on Man of Steel. Yeah. Before anybody got a look at Cavill in that suit, here's your promo shot. Here's your suit. Then it's
I recall that.
Yeah, they should do that. Like, just get them in the studio, spend a couple of hours, have the main cast here are the costumes. Yeah, because they're gonna show them anyway.
Agreed. On a related note, next week, look for our discussion on the new Captain America movie, because we will be discussing it whether you see it or not.
Kinda makes you a dick.
Spoiler!
Way to force my hand. Well, I work weekends, Geoff.
Matinee.
You're a dick.
What?
I have to go see it.
You don't have to if you don't want to.
Oh, I want to. I just gotta see it quicker than I might have been able to.
Midnight show. After work.
I work till 10 on Thursday.
Yeah. Zip up to the theater.
Oh yeah, I could just zip up. You're aware of how my schedule is.
Okay, well, anyway. We'll see what happens. It's not like we're gonna spoil it for everybody.
Marvel's done a good enough job of that anyway.
That is true. And supposedly, from all the pre-reviews I've read quite a few of them actually, it's the best Marvel movie so far, everyone is saying. Which is a pretty bold statement, but
I think people are pretty much in agreement that Avengers is 1, Iron Man is 2.
Yeah. But they're saying this is even better than Avengers.
I think that style and the tone of this movie is going to be something totally different than we've seen in any
There's
Marvel
a lot
movies.
going on, I guess, in this film.
And I am so looking forward to it. I think it's going to be really great. I can't wait to see it.
Watching it Sunday. Can't wait. Awesome. Can't wait. It's so good. What else we got?
Big internet story. Taco Bell's breakfast menu.
I know. It's pretty cool.
Here in Canada, we'll never get it, but whatever.
I thought we were getting it.
We'll get it up here.
We have the new Doritos. Taco Bell Doritos.
Who cares?
They're delicious.
Yeah,
I just had the bag the other day.
Oh, the actual Doritos, not the Doritos.
Yeah,
tacos,
Doritos
so,
in the
no.
bag.
Nah.
Like Taco Bell Doritos, so it's got like your...
It's like
whatever,
reverse
plus the
engineering
other
something
one.
that they already had.
Yeah, I know. But it's... Oh, they're so good.
The breakfast menu is getting a lot of buzz. They're going directly after McDonald's with their ad campaign, having like 30 Ronald McDonald's in the ad. Like actual people named Ronald McDonald.
Really? I
Yeah.
didn't see that.
And they're eating the Taco Bell food. I'm Ronald McDonald and I like this food. Like, yeah, okay.
Huh.
Kind of funny. Kind of hitting McDonald's where they live.
That's funny.
But I've seen mixed reactions to some of the food items. The breakfast taco is supposedly not very good. It's like a deep fried waffle folded up.
I
in a
heard
taco
that, yeah.
with like a little U-shaped piece of sausage and egg in it.
Yeah.
Apparently the best thing on the menu is the breakfast crunch wrap. It's basically just a crunch wrap chalupa or crunch wrap supreme with egg and hash browns in it. So you can't really go wrong with that. So, I mean, I think the last time I ate at Taco Bell was when we took you there for your first Taco Bell trip.
That's right.
And it's the last time I've eaten there. I might have eaten once more, but
that was the last time I ever had it. The first and the last.
time. It's been at least 2 years since I've eaten Taco Bell.
Yeah, it's been quite a while.
Yeah. And I don't think this would make me go back to one, even when I'm in the
No,
States.
if I'm going for breakfast, I don't think Taco Bell.
No.
Like, it does not come
It's
to
the
mind.
first time they've ever broken into this, and it's... McDonald's is pretty much... Up here, it's McDonald's or Tim Hortons.
Yeah.
So...
Huh.
It was just funny.
Cool. That's cool.
Just the items on the menu and the ad campaign has been kind of funny, so...
That's funny. Yeah. Well, like I like to always say...
You always say this.
Save the best for last, Gary, and I've saved the very best news bit for last.
Save the best for last.
And
I don't know what that song is, but I know it's a song.
This marks the second time this figure has made a newsworthy appearance on the show. Michael Jackson!
Oh.
What were you thinking?
Michael Bay.
Oh, no. We mentioned him many times.
Too many times.
I know. And you're the one that brings him up every time.
He does a lot of shit stuff that I gotta talk about. It's not my fault. If he didn't do anything, I wouldn't have to talk about him.
True. So, Michael Jackson, did you hear the news?
No.
The wonderful
He's
news.
alive.
New album dropping soon. 8 brand new old tracks from years past.
I'm about to say, if they were brand new, it's gonna be really weird.
I know. So here's the thing.
He's dead.
When he died and they did interviews with everybody, I think one of the people was will.i.am from Black Eyed Peas, who had been previously working with him, said Michael and him had worked on a ton of songs. And so did a bunch of other people, right? So, and that's the thing. Michael's been recording for what? His entire life, since he was like, what, 5, 6, whatever it was.
Often against his will.
Often, yes. So he must have quite a fairly large back catalog of demos and outtakes and unreleased songs and whatever. So in the news article that came out about the new album, they're like, whoever it was, I don't know, Sony or whoever his label is, they said they were given access by the family to the back catalog, unprecedented access to get whatever.
Every time anything is announced is unprecedented.
Yeah, I know. So they got to look at the entire recording, everything he's ever done. And on the album...
And all they found was 8.
They're putting out 8 songs. And they're 8 songs from long ago that they've had today's producers work up, like Timbaland and all these other people.
Jesus.
So to give them like a modern spin and
so to basically
whatever.
turn them into not the songs that he recorded.
Well, he never released them because he didn't want them released at the time, right? They just weren't good enough or whatever it was.
Well, now that he's passed away, they can go ahead and break any of his
like
wills.
Tupac, right? They released like 18 albums of his posthumously. Same with Biggie and everyone else who's ever friggin' died around here. So why not Michael Jackson?
I can't wait till we have our posthumous podcasts released.
That'd be awesome. That's gonna be the greatest thing ever, I think.
We got a lot of stuff here that we don't want released. You like pillaging? There's our t-shirt design.
Oh, that's pretty good. So, yeah, the thing I have a problem with, though, is you only found 8 songs. Like, 8 songs. You couldn't even fill an album, like a proper album, with at least 11 or 12.
There are no albums anymore. Everything's individual, single release on iTunes anyway.
Still albums.
So.
Have you been to Walmart or the record store or anything lately?
There are record stores?
Shut up. You're so
Current.
Anywho's, I just think it's ridiculous that they only found 8 songs. Plus, none of them are like the current material he was working on. These are from way back. Like way back, and just given fresh spins. It's dumb. It's just dumb.
Yeah, that's...
Although, I'm sure the album will sell a bunch.
Yeah.
And, who knows? I wonder if it'll be his first number 1 in a while. Maybe. Like, his last album didn't go to number 1.
No.
It did not.
Did not.
Or I don't even think the previous one to that go to number 1 either. So it's been a while.
Yeah.
I think Black or White must have been the last one. That was a long time
Fact
ago.
check.
Long time ago.
We'll look into that.
Anyways, Michael Jackson!
New singles.
The gloved one. Making a comeback in
Make love, not
2014.
war.
So I think that's it for this week.
I think it is.
We'll end it on a high note with
End it on a
Michael
high
Jackson.
note. Michael Jackson.
Woo!
Coming back into your ears. Wait,
Woo!
what?
Yeah.
Should rethink that line.
So, hope everyone enjoyed Gary's new toy review. What was it about again? The wolf. What's his name?
Ghost?
Ghost. Yeah. It was pretty good. Seems like a lot of people liked it.
It's pretty good. Whatever.
It was pretty good. I liked it. Everyone liked it.
Yay. Thank you, peoples.
That's
where we're going to be putting the reviews from now on.
Check out, yeah, Gary will hopefully have some more coming up. Hopefully soon. Hopefully.
I got a new one today.
Good. Oh yeah, new figure.
New figure.
You can do a review on it.
Hopefully.
About how his pants don't match the rest.
And turning into a fashion blog. Why is this superhero's costumes not matching? I don't know. Fashions.
So check us out on
That's
Facebook.
what every fashion guy sounds like to me. I don't even...
Check us out on Facebook, Pendulum Podcast on Facebook. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, which you're listening to right now. Well, I hope you are.
If you're not, why not?
Gary's on Twitter, The Wagnarok. I'm the Telltale Mind on Twitter. I'm the TelltaleMind.com on my own bloggy website thing. And you gonna keep yours going or what?
We're gonna consolidate. We're gonna consolidate our
Alright.
power base. Be like superpowers.
All right.
Hulk Hogan, Ultimate Warrior.
I'll be Hogan.
Okay.
Alright.
Bow, 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 bow.
No, Real American, buddy. That's the theme song. Real American.
Because you are a real American.
That's right. North of the border.
I am a real Canadian.
Oh god.
No, wait, was the superpowers Ultimate Warrior and Hogan or Savage and Hogan?
I think it was
Savage and Hogan. Okay, I'll be Savage.
Oh, then I'm Savage.
You
You can be Hogan.
do your Savage impression. Go. See who's better.
I can't do it.
Then I get to be Savage.
Whatever.
The lovely Miss Elizabeth.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Thank you.
Show over.